So, welcome to All Paths from Within. My name is Ishwar. I help people expand their consciousness and accomplish any goal beyond their wildest dreams. Now, in this video, I'm gonna teach you a yogic technique. Probably the simplest, however, one of the most potent things you could do. Whether you are struggling with some physical ailment, whether you've been prescribed for antidepressants for years and years and years, as long as you remember throughout your life, whatever. I don't care what it is, and this is as simple and powerful as it can get. All you need to do is you come into this yogic pose. You can try to sit like this. The reason we sit like this, besides aligning our chakras, is mainly because in this pose you can keep your back straight. You don't need to put any more effort than just trying to sit like this. And okay, at the beginning you just sit. If you manage to sit, that is, you might after a while it gets uncomfortable, maybe 5-10 minutes depending on your ability. And it includes many other factors such as age, flexibility, etc., etc. And age, although it is a determinant factor, doesn't mean everybody with a certain age has the same flexibility. I think you might have noticed that. So you come into this position, and you are, besides killing two gigantic birds with one shot, what you're doing is you're balancing your mind. If you've never ever been able to meditate, this is, doesn't get any simpler than this, what we're going to do now. So at the beginning, what you do is, for the first 2 months, this exercise has to be done. I suggest you do it lifelong for 30 minutes. All it takes is 30 minutes, okay? Preferably first thing in the morning, and it has to be done on an empty stomach. So you bring, on your hands, you bring all your fingers together, face it upwards, place them on your knee like this. If you find it more comfortable, you want to place it closer to yourself on your thighs. That's equally as powerful. As I said, you do this for 2 months, and then during those 2 months, all you do is you get into this pose, and then you close your eyes. You don't need to think about anything. You don't need to observe anything. Just make sure your eyes are closed, and try to do as little as you can. Try to observe your heartbeat and your breath, and any physiological function that might be going on, whatever is comfortable to you. So as you do this, you will be, if you've, as I said before, if you've been on chronic ailments, especially mentally, and you've been taking antidepressants, etc., you would have to give it at least 6 months so that you can assess for yourself, the improvement, the dosification, what have you. However, I always let you choose. I mean, you have to make sure you speak to your doctor, whoever it is, and then you get their permission if you are to come off your regular medications. And in terms of physical ailments, all this does is, the first thing is, it activates, there are like 5 different kinds of winds throughout your body, and there is one of the most vital ones that affects your respiratory system, starting from the esophagus, somewhere around the eyes, this area, your skull, but not getting to the brain, just this part, all the way up to your navel. It is called pranavayu. Out of that, there is a very kind of specific current that lies around your navel. And when you do this focuses completely on that wind, and it makes, the first thing it does is it optimizes your digestive system, and then gradually it spreads through that the vital force throughout your lungs, your whole respiratory system. After correcting your breathing, your digestive system, it goes through your lungs, your heart, and practically all your vital organs, and then gradually, if you give it longer than 6 months, any physical ailment you'll have will slowly disappear as well. So if you are persistent enough, regardless of whether you've got any ailments or not, physical or mental, if you stick to this 30 minutes per day, just sitting like this, you do it for a couple of years, you look back and you would just wonder, how anything that you might have thought possible, you've excelled it. Okay, I promise you, if you persist on this, you'll be delighted, and you'd be just wondering what else is possible. Okay, so give this a try, and if you happen to know anybody who's like either in a so-called hopeless position, or in a dire strait, and their regular medication isn't helping them and so on, please do share this message with them. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and talk to you soon. God bless.